Hey there, I'm Sandra Vesterstein, and I'm glad you're here for this week's mindfulness exercise. As a neuro-linguistic hypnotherapy coach, I am devoted to helping people live their purpose with passion, embracing their full potential while navigating life's complexities. In these times, with so many of us feeling overwhelmed by the weight of the world, it's essential to check in with ourselves and discern what is truly ours to carry. This exercise is designed to help you clear your inner mirror so that you can view the world with compassion, clarity, and a sense of empowered presence. Together, let's explore how our inner perceptions shape our experience and how we might find peace by releasing what isn't ours. Let me start with a story. In a bustling city, amidst the hum of the people rushing to work and the glow of the screens that never seemed to rest, there lived a woman named Lexi, who was constantly on edge. News stories flooded her phone every morning, and her social feeds were filled with friends and strangers voicing worries and frustrations. Lately, she had been overwhelmed, anxious, and utterly exhausted. She kept on telling everyone how tired she was. No matter what she tried, her mind kept returning to thoughts of everything that seemed wrong in the world. One day during lunch with her friend Michael, Lexi shared how she was feeling. "I'm just so tired," she said. "It feels like the weight of the world is on my shoulders, and I can't escape it." Michael listened carefully and then offered her a thought that he had recently come across. You know, Stephen Covey, who wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, once said, "We see the world not as it is, but as we are, or as we are conditioned to see it. When we open our mouths to describe what we see, we in effect describe ourselves, our perceptions, our paradigms." Lexi frowned because she was not sure of what to make of what Michael was saying. And then Michael continued, "What if your seeing is more about how you are feeling inside than the world itself? What if some of the tension and the heaviness you're experiencing isn't even yours, but something you're unconsciously absorbing from the people and the media around you?" That made Lexi pause. She realized that her inner world, the anxious lens through which she was viewing life, was shaping her reality. But what if she could shift her perspective? What if she could distinguish what was truly hers from what was merely absorbed from the world around her? Being inspired by the story and the Covey quote, let's explore how our perceptions shape our experience and how we might find relief by discerning what's truly ours and what we've unconsciously taken on. In a world that often feels heavy and chaotic, this exercise will guide you to identify, release, and replace tension with compassion and clarity. So let's get started. Find yourself a quiet space where you can relax and feel safe. And take a few deep breaths in. And as you take a few deep breaths in, settle into the present moment, releasing any physical tension with each exhale. And allow yourself to feel the surface beneath you, reminding yourself that you are supported and safe in the present moment. Close your eyes if you have not already done so, and mentally scan your body. Tune into the areas where you feel heaviness, anxiety, tension, and notice where it feels the strongest. Perhaps it's your chest or your stomach, or maybe even your shoulders. observe these sensations with total acceptance, as though you're simply identifying where the energy is stored. Very good. Now gently ask yourself, is this anxiety or tension truly mine? Or have I absorbed it from someone or something else? Allow yourself to trust the first answer that arises without analyzing too much. This simple question can help you start discerning whether the emotion is rooted in your own experience or if it's a part of the collective energy you've taken on. Whether it's yours or not, let's get some learning from the experience of holding this tension and anxiety in your body. If it feels personal, let's approach it with curiosity and ask, what do you want me to know? Imagine the sensation as a messenger sharing something valuable. Maybe it's to remind you to rest. Or maybe it's telling you to let go of worry about things that are outside of your control. Or just maybe it's gently asking you to stop imagining the worst case scenario. Let's get some learning, even if you've determined that it wasn't yours. And maybe the learning is to hold space for someone else to process their own experience and feelings. Or could it be that you need to learn to set compassionate boundaries? Maybe it's to learn to be the observer in the situation. Let yourself listen without rushing or trying to fix anything. Just hear the message and absorb all the learnings. What does your inner wisdom have to say? I'll be silent so you can receive the messages and the learnings and store them safely in a place so that you can navigate these challenges at a higher and deeper level. Now that you've received the messages and the learning, take 3 deep, intentional breaths. With each exhale, imagine breathing directly into the area where you felt the anxiety and the tension. And as you exhale, softly repeat the words, let go, inviting the sensation to soften and dissolve. Notice if the tension shifts or begins to lighten with each breath. Now it's time to replace that anxiety and tension with love. Go ahead and place your hand on your heart and recall a memory of a time when you felt deeply loved or peaceful. Allow yourself to fully immerse in the experience and feeling all the feelings associated with that experience. Breathe in the sense of love and calm. And with each exhale, send that feeling to the part of your body that once held that anxiety and tension. Let this sensation fill the space completely, releasing tension with warmth and kindness. If the anxiety and tension didn't feel like yours, you can approach it with empathy. Imagine that it belongs to someone else, like a friend or a family member, or even a stranger who is struggling silently. Acknowledge their pain, and with compassion, release it back to them, transforming it in light and love. Now visualize a gentle protective boundary around you, perhaps a soft glowing light that lets in compassion and filters out any energy that isn't yours to hold. Picture yourself feeling strong and centered, with the ability to let go of absorbing other people's emotions. Now I want you to take a moment and scan your body again. Notice any shifts in tension or energy. Do you feel more grounded, lighter, clearer? If thoughts arise about the situation or the world, challenge yourself to view them through the lens of love and compassion, like wiping the mirror of your inner world clean. And as Stephen Covey's quote reminds us, we see the world not as it is, but as we are. Often when life feels overwhelming, it's less about the world itself and more about our inner lens. By clarifying what's truly ours to carry and creating compassionate boundaries for what isn't, we can experience life with greater calm and authenticity. This week, let your work be to keep the mirror of perception clean. Practice identifying what's truly yours and releasing what's not, and inviting love to be your lens. Notice how your experience of the world shifts when you allow yourself to see it through clarity and compassion. And as always, with love and blessings, as above, so below, as within, so without. So it is, so be it.